Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because today I am testing out this new mic and this new webcam, also some new lighting, and I have this cute, very on-brand gaming chair. As I get settled in, I ordered a lot of things for stream, but I also plan on using it for filming YouTube videos as well. Sorry, I'm getting used to trying not to look at myself here and trying to look at you. I feel like this is creepy when I'm just like staring you down. We're feeling it out. Also, trust that there will be ASMR content if that's your thing. I love ASMR, so I will be doing ASMR because now I can give you tingles. But your girl yaps. Yap. So let me get to it. I have 7 tattoos total. My first tattoo is a memorial tattoo for my grandmother, who I am named after. My name is not out there on any platforms yet right now. One day, I'm sure it will be, but at this point, I am not ready to say it. But I was named after my grandmother, and when she passed away, that was the first true deep loss I'd ever experienced, so I wanted to commemorate her in some way since I really always connected with her, even though I was so young when she was still alive. Just being named after her, I always felt that connection. So I got her favorite flower tattooed on my wrist as my first tattoo on my 18th birthday, and my mom brought me and paid for it as my birthday present, so I will show you now. Here she is in all her glory. Through all the years, it's become pretty dark in this area. Sometimes people would tell me, what if you regret a tattoo later on? Or yeah, what if it fades like this? Would you regret it? And I don't regret any of my tattoos. Even if I feel like they could have been a little better, or now I might do it differently. That's me now, you know? And this is a reflection of me on my 18th birthday when I got this. And so I kind of love tattoos for that reason alone. It just marks a time and place. And for me, they also all hold meaning. So when people ask me to pick a favorite tattoo, I'm like, I literally never could, because that would be me picking like a favorite event or like a favorite person and a favorite concept. I don't know. And I just couldn't do that. They all hold meaning, or else I wouldn't get it personally. Maybe one day I will get a tattoo just because it looks cool. I probably will. I'm kind of addicted to tattoos at this point. My second tattoo is Breathe. If you saw my last video, I kind of already showed this, but I will show it again. Here she is. It's in my mom's handwriting. So if that doesn't look like a B to you, it does to anyone who knows my mom, because this is how she's always done her B's. And I just love that I have one of her B's immortalized on me. The Breathe tattoo for me is in honor of my mom, and also to remind me to breathe, obviously, because I have struggled with anxiety. I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, and recently it's gotten pretty bad. So this was supposed to be a reminder, and I've had it since I was like 19, I think. But girl, I'd be forgetting to look at my wrists, and my mom always tells me that, look at your wrists, because my third tattoo is actually complementary to this one. On my other wrist, I have love, also in my mom's handwriting. And I got this one because I was asking my mom, if you ever got a tattoo, what would you get? And she was like, there's nothing I'd really want to get, but if I got anything, it might be the word love, because she always says love is her religion. And I believe that too. Yeah, I feel like love is the highest vibration. I try to do all things with love and not fear, not malice. I am human, but I really try to vibrate from love and keep it positive as much as I can. Breathe, love together also just reminds me, like, breathe love, be love, be light, all those things. So it kind of connects to my spirituality. Definitely connects to my mom with her handwriting and what she tells me all the time. I love those. Love them. Then my fourth tattoo is also a memorial tattoo, and that is my feather here. And this memorial tattoo is for Brian. If you don't know who Brian is, check out my Remembering Brian video on this channel. Just came up on 3 years of him being physically gone. And yeah, that passing is definitely the hardest on me, because he did die by suicide. And yeah, been in a lot of therapy for that. The feather actually has many meanings, but the number one is because before he passed, he always talked about 2 tattoos he might get. One of them was my eyes, because he said he always loved my eyes. And the other one was an angel wing, and he said he only wanted one because 2 would be like too much. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. It's another annoying thing about not having someone around anymore to like clarify your memories or be like, yeah, you're right, I said that. So I like to give a disclaimer, like, this is just my memory. I don't know, I can't get the answers, like what it actually was. But he said he wanted to get it on his left arm, like wrapped around a whole angel wing, because it's closer to your heart, and it would be like a sign of protection. So when he passed, I was thinking a lot about that, because now in my mind he's like a guardian angel for me. I didn't want to do a whole wing, so I just got a feather. Plus, in the very early stages of our relationship, we took a big trip to Disneyland, which was so fun. I feel like that was a big point in our relationship, was that trip. We had so much fun there. We bonded so much there. And we picked up our first like pet name for each other there, nickname, which was Dumbo, off of Dumbo. And I literally have a display case of Dumbos in my room to commemorate Brian, and anytime I see them, I think of them as signs. And one thing I noticed, I think after I got this tattoo, is that Dumbo has a feather that he carries around, and I forget the exact meaning of it, but I think it like gives him the strength to fly. It helps him believe, like the birds gave him that, and they said, oh, it's a magic feather, you can fly if you hold it. And it wasn't actually a magic feather, but it was like a placebo thing. So I just love that. I love that connection, and that I didn't even get it for that reason, but it's just another reason why I love the feather. Plus, this one really does look like the one Dumbo had in the movie. I just love the idea of having it here. And this is one of those where like I thought it was gonna look different, but I don't regret it, because it looks like that one that Dumbo had, and I think it like combines with my other tattoos a little better. The one I was looking at and the one that I showed the artist was very like fluffy and light. He said he couldn't do art like that, and I was just like, you know what, I just want to get it done. Like, I was so out of it. It had only been 3 months since Brian's passing, so I was just like, let's just do it. And when I was in the chair, it was like I was talking to Brian. I always talk to Brian, and I feel like I could hear him saying like, it looks great, just relax, thank you. So that was my 3rd tattoo. Tattoo number 4 is also a spiritual tattoo. Spirituality is a big thing in my life. Spirituality can be different for different people, but for me, a big piece of it for a while was meditation. And in the deepest meditation I've ever been in, when I was like visualizing things and just letting them flow, even if they didn't make sense, one thing I saw very vividly was a vastness of water, still water, and then this blue lotus floated up, like a shining blue lotus, and it was open, just gorgeous. I can still see it in my mind's eye. And in the center of it was a pink pearl. And I was just like, okay, cool, blue lotus, pink pearl. I don't know what it meant, but it was beautiful. And there was like a moon shining on it, and it was like the dark water. It was really, really pretty. And then after I came out of that meditation, sometimes I'll look up the things that I see, because I'm just curious, like, is there meaning to that? I don't know. But first I listened to my own intuition, and it just felt very calm. It felt like the calm after the storm, because this was after this event and loss, and the lotus just felt very calm and reassuring, and it felt like me. And so when I was doing my research, there's so much meaning within a lotus alone, but the blue lotus especially is actually a thing. I did not know until I looked it up, but I guess in Egypt they would like take the blue lotus, I guess, as a psychedelic or something. So I loved that. Like, I was all over this I almost said lore. Ew, I'm such a gamer. But I was so into this like history of the blue lotus, and the pink pearl too. The pearl had meaning, and they were very intertwined. The lotus, okay, it's in the mud at the bottom of the fucking water, and then it literally has to break through the mud, and then it goes to the surface, and it's this beautiful thing. And people compare that to grief and just other hardships that you may face, as well as the pearl, because the pearl is formed from like all these events that have to happen to make a pearl. Your girl is not an expert on pearls, but when I looked it up, they were very like intertwined meanings, and it totally related to me. When I saw it without even knowing what it meant, it conveyed that message of peace and like, okay, I've been through shit, but like here I am, this blue lotus with the pearl. And I forget the significance of the pink one specifically, but there was significance there too. And so when I got this next tattoo, I wanted to get the blue lotus because it was so impactful on me. But I didn't know if I wanted the pearl. So I decided I would get like a side view of the blue lotus, and I would know that the pearl is within it. So now you guys know too. But that's kind of like a little secret I have. I'm like, the pink pearl is in there, but no one knows. Because that feels like the softer part of me that maybe I still try to protect sometimes. The lotus is like what people can see. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on it. And also at that same time, as an afterthought to this tattoo, I brought in many ideas to the artist, and I said, I kind of want to get a monarch butterfly like sitting on the flower, but I don't know if I do or not. So she drew me up a few options, and I picked the one with the monarch, and I'll show you in a second. The monarch is also significant to Brian, but after his passing. This kind of commemorates his life and like that loss, I guess. Just like, it's a memorial tattoo. This one's not a memorial tattoo, but I believe in signs after someone passes. Like I said, when I see Dumbos, I think it's like a message from Brian, just reminding me that he's here and like the times we shared. But monarchs started appearing a lot after his death, and so those to me were a sign, as well as blue jays. But I don't know if I'll ever get a blue jay tattooed. But the little monarch was a cute touch to the lotus, kind of marking like more beautiful things that came from it, like symbolically. Now let me show you the damn tattoo, girl. My leg. She is. Okay. We're good. Okay. Hold on. Did I say that was my fourth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was tattoo number 5. I don't know if I said it was 4. So that one is a much lighter of a style. The lady that I went to do it, like specialized in the fine line and stuff. And I kind of like that. Again, like, sometimes I would think, oh, it doesn't really flow with these like more darker, like heavier feeling pieces, but I like that because kind of one of the messages in the lotus for me is that softness and fragility and beauty, and I don't know, I like that. Number 6, the moment you've all been waiting for. Maybe it's just me, but this is well, there's 2 more, but they're both the most recent. Mrs. Lioness with the green eyes. The lioness tattoo started when I was thinking one day about spirit animals. Everyone talks about spirit animals, and I was like, what is mine? It took me a while to think, and then I was like, oh duh, it's a cat, dude. Like, I relate to cats so much. I'm an animal lover through and through. I love all animals, but as far as like what represents me, I have always felt a connection to felines in general, but especially kitty cats. I have 4 cats of my own. Another video y'all should check out if you're curious about them. Originally, I was thinking about getting a cat tattooed on my arm, which this is a cat, but I was thinking like a household domestic cat. And then I realized, well, if I got that tattooed, I would want it to be one of mine, and I could never pick a favorite, so let me just get the queen of all cats, because I want it to represent me, and especially those like more mature and powerful and outspoken and brave, fearless parts of me that I like to embody, and especially in this phase of my life where like I'm really throwing myself out of my comfort zone. The lioness represents that, as well as when I did my research on them, I found that compared to a pack of wolves and other animals where the male is the leader, in a pride of lions, the lioness tends to be the leader. She's also a mother and a fighter, and I just love that. I love that fierce, feisty, fiery, fearless energy. All the F words. Even that one. I was just gonna get the lioness, I was thinking, and then I was like, let me expand on this. I was like, I want her to be like prying and confident looking and just sitting there. And I thought about getting a crown, and I was like, no, because I don't want to do all that. All the things I have are like pretty natural, like things you'd find in nature, and a crown is like a human made thing, I guess. So I was like, no, she's the queen and she didn't even need a crown. So I like that. I was like, let me just keep the lioness, but how can I show that it's more me? So let me incorporate some things that involve me. So the green eyes is a big one. The flowers also have meaning. I looked up my birth month flowers because I was curious, and I was born in November, and the November birth month flower is Most of the things I found said chrysanthemum, which was great because that was my favorite of the two. I got 2 chrysanthemum. That's these 2. And when I looked up the meaning of the chrysanthemum, it said that historically in some parts of the world, chrysanthemum was used to ward off like evil spirits and negative energy, so I love that. Plus I also like how it kind of looks like claws, you know, like. And then this one here is a peony, because in some places I saw that the peony is also considered the November birth month flower, but not as much, so I just put 1 peony there to kind of mix it up a little bit. And again, this was one where after I got it I was like, oh, there's 3 flowers, and my lucky number has always been 3. I don't know why, I've always been drawn to it. Whenever I use it I tend to be lucky, so I like that there's 3 flowers in that way too. It just feels like luck, protection, bravery, all the things I would like to attract and maintain in my life. And last but not least, my smallest and most painful tattoo. It only took me a minute to get, and that shit was brutal. Finger tattoos, no joke, y'all, and all of us have different pain tolerance. Every other tattoo was okay. The ankle kind of hurt probably second most. And the least painful? Honestly, this one, because there's like more meat here. I have always wanted like a cute little finger tattoo, and I always thought I would get a heart one day because it's just fucking cute. I just think it's cute. So I guess I do have a tattoo just because it's cute, but there is meaning behind it too. So I wanted to get it with my sisters, like a matching one, or we would each just get a tattoo that's a heart, and we could choose where we wanted it and what we wanted it to look like. But as long as it was a heart, they'd all be like connected. But I could not pin them down, y'all, so I was like, let me just do it myself, and if any of them wants to get it to connect with mine, then they can. If no one wants to, that's cool too. But I just like it, so I was like, let me just get it. I'm gonna go in for my second session to finish this one, and it's not gonna take that long anyways, so just throwing on a short little tat like that will not take long. And it didn't, but like I said, that shit was the most painful. Here she is. So yeah, this tattoo, I love it. Very cute and simple. But also, the dual meaning. This was around the time when Ariana Grande, one of my favorite artists of all time, was about to release Yes and. I got this in honor of her because she has the same one. That was all of them, right? 1, the yellow rose. 2, breathe. 3, love. 4, the feather. 5, the blue lotus. 6, the lioness with the flowers. And 7, the finger heart. I hope that answered any questions anyone has had. A few people have asked me, where are my tattoos? What do my tattoos mean? What are my tattoos? And yeah, if you have any other questions, leave them down in the comments. I will answer. And thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see y'all on my Twitch, because I'll be getting my PC soon, and now I have this, and it's gonna be hopefully a lot better than it was. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Why did I salute you? I don't know.